Hi everyone, Kelvin here from Expert 360 with another entertaining video. Today's video is deep diving into Rovo agents. What are Rovo agents? Rovo agents are specialized AI agents available within Atlassian's Rovo offering. These are seamlessly integrated into Atlassian cloud tools. There are out-of-the-box agents, or you can custom build your own in the studio. Agents function in real time and can be configured by humans to include additional knowledge from other enterprise apps, or they can complete actions. Rovo currently includes over 20 out-of-the-box agents, with more expected to be released this year. Agents have goals and follow instructions. For my first example of an agent, I'll be using the Global Translator agent in Confluence to translate this page into Japanese. I click on Rovo Chat. I click on the agents and I look for the Global Translator agent. And there are a lot of agents. There is a search bar at the top that you could use to search. And I have some prompts. They don't exactly match what I want, so I'm going to be specific with this agent as to what I want it to do. Page format is all the same, it's just being translated. Now I could copy and paste this and create my own page, or I can use the agent to create a page for me, as it has the ability to perform actions. So I've asked it to create a new Confluence page using the same title, and the translation it's just done for me. Right, here is the page. It's in the mobile development space, exactly where I want it. It's my translation. It's asked me to review, and once I'm happy, I can publish my page. And there I've got a fully translated page. For my next example, I'll go through creating an agent to help my IT team ask follow-up questions. So I'm in Jira Service Management. I have an open ticket, and I'm going to open the chat. Now, what I found easy is to use the chat to define what your agent should do, and once you're getting the expected results, use that as the starting point for the agent. So, for example, if I just ask the chat to provide 3 follow-up questions, it'll look at the content of this ticket and prompt me with some questions. So can you provide more details about the specific error? Are there any patterns? You know, some good questions. But if you want it to be really specific and make it a good agent, you would need to develop it a bit more. So this is something that I prepared earlier. And basically what I'm asking it to do is I'm telling it its role. I'm telling it it's an AI assistant helping the IT support team. You have access to a Confluence space named IT support, so it can go and look for follow-up questions or use that knowledge in its questions. I'm telling it to base it on the customer's request using all the fields I want it to use. And I want it to generate 3 follow-up questions to help the support gather more information. I wanted to order the questions from least relevant to most important, least relevant and important. The question should clarify the problem. It should gather all the relevant technical details. It should understand any previous troubleshooting steps. Concise and easy for the customer to answer. And it must be helpful to both the customer and the support team. It should also not ask for details the customer has already provided. And the goal of this is to support the team to copy and paste the questions into the comments back to the requester. Right. So let's see what chat comes up with now. We have, or can you provide more specific error messages or codes that appear? What browser and version are the affected users having when they encounter the issues? And have any troubleshooting steps been attempted? Right, so a bit smarter. So basically just using chat to refine your AI agent so that it is smarter and more specific with its answers. So once you have that, you can now go over to the agents. You can click on the create agent, or you can navigate to the studio and get to the same screen from there. You can use the natural language prompt to create your agent or go through to the manual step. I'm going to use the manual step so that you can see the different components of an agent. First, I give it a title, and I'm going to call this one Kelvin's IT Team Helper. I'm going to give it instructions, and this is the instructions that are used in the chat. So I will just paste that same prompt in here and save it. I can generate some conversation starters. If you don't like those, you can update them or write them yourself. Right. Saving both of those. On the left, I have a navigation bar. I can now tell it where to fetch its knowledge from. So I'm going to say only use Confluence and only use the IT support space. And then if there was any specific actions, I would click on actions and add the actions to my agent. Create pages, add pages, there's specific Jira ones, transition, assigning, creating, commenting, etc. Right. I'm not going to add any actions to this agent. Once I'm done with my agent, I can now activate my agent, which will now become an available agent on the agents list. So going back to my ticket, navigate to agents, go to agents, and there's Kelvin's IT Team Helper. And then there's my agent. It's like, now copy these questions and put them into my comment, or I could just use one of those or refine these some more. Now, if you want to go and adjust your agent, you can go to the navigation button at the top and look for Studio in the list. Agents, browse agents, and then there's all the out-of-the-box agents, or if you want to adjust yours, my agents, and edit agent. Right. So that's how you create an agent. Next section is around Rovo Dev Agent. So this month in June, the Atlassians released a new Rovo agent for developers in the command line. So this enables developers to now use Rovo's capability within their developers. You can link this to Jira and Confluence and Bitbucket. If you're using GitHub, you can use this with GitHub as well. I'll provide this link in the comments to this video for any developers or anybody more interested in more details around the Rovo CLI agent. Right, just some use cases. It helps you migrate your code. So there's a structured analysis and a step-by-step execution, which helps you migrate those complex transitions when moving from one code version to another code version. Right, some videos around that in the link. And for anybody wondering around the security of Rovo, there is a page with all the detailed information on this. This is also available in the Trust Center of Atlassian. I'll provide a link to this in the comments again. But just at a high level, Rovo supports your data residency. Rovo is SOC 2 and ISO 27001 certified. It is HIPAA compliant. And the main question we've been receiving around Rovo is, will it save my information when using other LLMs? So Atlassian's Rovo does use OpenAI's GPT, as well as Anthropic's Claude series and some Google Gemini. These LLMs that we provide the data to, or Atlassian provides the data to in the back end, will not and does not retain your inputs and outputs. So they're not using your data to learn. They are not storing your information. Some more information on this link. Once again, thank you for your time. This one was a little bit longer. Any questions, please.